time to talk about DeepSeek. So here's the story. On January 20th, 2025, a Chinese AI company called DeepSeek unveiled their groundbreaking AI model DeepSeek R1. It's not just a decent competing model, it actually outperforms existing AI models like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Meta's Llama, Anthropic's Claude, and Google's Gemini in many performance tests and reasoning capabilities. What's more shocking, it achieves all this at a fraction of the cost and computational power. DeepSeek R1 was trained using just 2048 performance-capped NVIDIA H800 GPUs with a budget of just $5.5 million. The announcement sent shockwaves across the tech industry, and by Monday, January 27th, NVIDIA and other major tech stocks plummeted as investors began to fear a future where far less hardware is needed for AI, signaling that big enterprise IT infrastructure companies might now be vastly overvalued. Now, let's unpack this news. I have 10 thoughts about all this. First, budget of just 5.5 million? Let's be real, that's not their entire computing costs. Not even in the ballpark, I suspect. It's only this one last successful training run, as it says in their documentation. Note that the aforementioned costs include only the official training of DeepSeek v3, excluding the costs associated with prior research and ablation experiments on architectures, algorithms, or data. Secondly, upgrading from a large foundation model like GPT-4 to a reasoning model like GPT-4o is rather easy. So building a reasoning model like DeepSeek R1 on top of OpenAI, GPT, Meta, Llama, and other existing models is not that big of a deal. Just see what Sam Altman said about the upcoming ChatGPT o3. It's a free upgrade. Not because he's such a nice guy, which I'm sure he is, but it's mostly because it is fairly easy to do compared to the foundation models. Third, let's take a look at the GPUs they used. NVIDIA H800s. It's a performance-capped version of NVIDIA's popular H100 chip. It was developed specifically to offer China as fast chips as possible, still respecting the US export controls that forbid exporting the most powerful GPUs to China. The problem is, according to some experts, US government got it wrong how much less powerful the CPU should be and in what way. Listen to this.
But they got the performance thresholds wrong. Biden administration was under the impression that they were putting China under like a 50 or 60% performance penalty. Actually, they were only imposing like a 10% performance penalty. And there was an entire year between October 2022 and October 2023 when it was illegal to sell unlimited numbers of these H800 chips.
So this is the whole story.
This is the story.
About.
And they used only 2048 of those GPUs? Well, at this very moment, there's absolutely no way of knowing the real number of GPUs that they used to train their R1 model. We only have their word for it, and that is 2048. I would be patient and wait for someone else to replicate and verify these results. I would not take the claimed end-user costs for face value either. We have DeepSeek's pricing that seems unbelievable, but who knows how long will they offer the pricing like this? Or maybe they will not be even close to being profitable this way. There's just too many unknowns at this very moment. Until we see some other companies peer reviewing all this, I would be quite cautious about these prices. Now, on the other hand, the performance is verified to be insane. You can run smaller versions of DeepSeek on your laptop if you want. And even the largest model only needs one powerful server to run, not a cluster or a farm of AI servers. Impressive. There's also no doubt that the new so-called distillation training process works miracles. It's like using all these big LLMs as a researcher professors, and instead of going through the painful process of finding out everything by yourself, maybe with trial and error, the professor just distills the end result for the students. The students don't need to be as smart as the professor, and they don't need to know how the professor got to the results. They just take the valuable results and move forward from there. Genius. And the best part? DeepSeek R1's code is 100% open source and hence available to everyone. And it is well documented. So even though one Chinese company got there first, it will not take the rest of the world long to figure out how to do the same and build on that. Let's also remember that software and algorithms are rather easy to copy and replicate, especially from a well-documented open source project like DeepSeek R1. What's not easy is hardware. Whoever dominates hardware innovation will continue to dominate the industry. And finally, I hope what DeepSeek is saying is true. I really do. Because this will not decrease the demand for AI hardware, it will increase it. I just learned about something called Jevons paradox that basically says when something becomes cheaper, people will just want more of it. Think about it. Are there more computers now than in the 70s? Are companies making less or more money from selling computers? Are there more or less servers now than before server virtualization? When prices go down, justifying use of AI becomes more appealing with more companies. So consumption of AI will climb, not fall, leading into AI market exploding and AI companies making even more money than before. I am excited about DeepSeek's achievement. Many of the provided numbers might and probably will turn out not to be true. But nevertheless, DeepSeek has proven that there is magnitudes more efficient and cheaper ways of using AI, and whatever happens with the big tech giants and the market, us tech enthusiast end users are going to be the ultimate winners. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.